Hello, and welcome to NHSN. I'm David Gatescore.
And I'm Sarah McFadden. On behalf of the entire NHSN staff, we'd like to take a moment to formally
welcome you back to school.
Woo!
We'd like to extend a special welcome to the incoming freshmen and share a few tips and tricks to navigating Needham High.
Everybody knows that freshman year is one of the hardest years in your high school career. The transition from 8th to 9th grade is extremely difficult. The workload increases and it takes time to adjust to grading. But with perseverance and hard work, it is not so bad.
I think some of the problems that do exist are probably understanding the schedule. It tends to be a little bit more difficult that we drop 2 classes, it rotates. Understanding what lunch to go to on any given day, I think that tends to be a little bit of a learning process. I would say some of the issues that come up a little bit, I think there's more freedom at the high school than there has been at the middle school level. So students sometimes aren't used to all the freedom that they have here and can get lost quite easily in the building. Some advice I give is to get involved, to find out about clubs, sports, different activities, to really get to know your homeroom teachers. You're going to be with your homeroom teachers for 4 years, and so they're definitely a constant in your life, as well as your guidance counselor. I know it's hard to get to know your guidance counselor right when you get here, but he or she will also be with you for 4 years and be able to help you through the college process, through getting a job, internships, community service, and obviously get to know your assistant principal, because I'm also with you for 4 years, and get to know your teachers and know that you're going to be here for a pretty long time, and we want you to get involved and to become active members of the community. I think you have to realize that your GPA starts in the 9th grade, and so with that, everything that you're doing to build your career and your record here can help you open doors later on. So hopefully teachers will reiterate that in all of their classes, and they can help you to get ready for what's to come later on.
You just want to make sure you get into good study habits and have good time management. If you follow this guide, your freshman year will go great.
With the school year having just started, we might all need a mental boost to get our brain power back up to its pre-summer levels. Luckily, there are a few foods that can help us along with that.
If you're finding that processing information is taking a while, blackberries can help, as they speed up the connections between neurons, the information transmitters in our brains. We've all heard that phrase, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But now we have another reason to eat apples. They contain the antioxidant plant chemical quercetin, which can help speed up brain function to keep you on top of your game.
Like you need another reason to eat chocolate, we found one. The cocoa in chocolate helps increase blood flow to the brain, thus supporting better brain function and keeping your brain in tip-top shape for the long run.
Next time you're sitting at home after school wondering what you should grab for an afternoon snack, try one of these foods instead of your standard chips and salsa habit.
And another thing probably making your brain do exactly the opposite of better, here's an informative special on texting at Needham High.
Students today can communicate in many different ways, increasingly becoming more widespread and more instantaneous. Today, more students than ever have cell phones, and more students use text messaging than ever before.
In every class, you'll find someone texting at some point.
According to a study done by the University of Michigan, the number of students between the ages of 12 and 17 who use text messaging daily has risen almost 20% in the past 18 months. In the same study, it was found the average high school student sends 50 text messages every single day. This leads many to wonder what effect this has on students' communication and writing skills.
Kids would rather text than talk to actual people, and it's bad for communication. It's another barrier between actual interaction.
In short, always practice safe texting.
The Charles River is a popular boating location amongst people in the area, including many Needhamites. But you might want to be a little more cautious if you're planning to make use of the river anytime soon. On September 9th, an average boater was surprised by a 4-foot-long alligator in the river along Great Plain Avenue, right next to the Needham border. The alligator has been captured, but it just goes to show that you can never be sure what you're going to find in this area.
Now let's go to sports.
Hello and welcome to sports. I'm Sarah Hooper. I hope you all had a great summer and you are ready for a new Rocket sports season. In order to prepare for the season, we spoke to the athletic director on what to expect from our teams.
So far, it's been a great start to the fall. We've had, in recent memory, talking to people that have been here for years, extremely large numbers for almost all the programs. So anytime we're starting off with a lot of momentum and excitement behind sports, and the interest levels are up. There's always a good opportunity to have a great season, and I think now that our teams are playing and the athletes are finally out there and we got the seasons going, the fall's looking good, and in general, looking ahead to the winter and the spring, we expect the same. I think that one thing that the Needham Public Schools does well, and more so than a lot of districts, is that we offer several non-cut sports every season. So if someone is new to sports in general and maybe they're not ready to jump in on one of the more competitive programs that have fewer numbers, there are always options every season for boys and girls to play a sport. It may not be the sport that they feel most comfortable with, but there is an option for everyone to participate at Needham High School, and we are working on expanding the middle school sports as well.
Thanks, George. On Saturday, the football team faced off against Milton High School. They started off the game well, ending the first half with a lead. Although Milton came back strong in the second half, Needham was able to come away with a 35-20 win. Remember to take care of yourself on and off the field so that we can prevent as many injuries as possible. Whenever you can, come and support your school, and good luck with your seasons.
Thanks, guys. Looks like the Needham Rockets are going to have a promising season. Well, that's all the time we have for this week.
Remember, it's your school and your news.
Thank you for watching, and
See you next week.